This is a rare glimpse of one of the best gallopers ever seen on New Zealand racetracks. It's a home movie of Mainbrace winning the Foxbridge Plate in 1950. It was win number 5 in a sequence that reached 17, a feat only bettered by 2 other horses, both Hall of Fame inductees. Yet if not for a training lapse as a 3-year-old, Mainbrace's winning sequence would have reached 24, and an unrivaled place in New Zealand racing history. Mainbrace was by Admiral's Luck from Manaroo, and was raced in partnership by the dam's owner, Dr. Tom Fraser and Bob Nolan. He was a lightly muscled horse, but the trainer was quick to inform the owners that Mainbrace was the toughest colt he had ever broken in. A spirited nature matched his name, which has a Royal Navy connection. The inspiration came from a daring escape by a British frigate trapped in the Yangtze River in 1949. It brought a command from King George to splice the Mainbrace in celebration. More than a few tots of rum were raised by New Zealand race fans to toast Mainbrace in the following years. Perhaps surprisingly, Mainbrace's debut at Te Araha in 1949 produced the first of only 2 defeats in his career. He was 3rd behind the Unicorn. Ironically, the horse to claim the other victory. Grenville Hughes rode Mainbrace in the Welcome Stakes the following week. They became inseparable from that race on, as the veteran jockey helped turn the chestnut colt into a legend. The ease of that first win was typical of many Mainbrace victories. Great acceleration saw him overtake rivals and run them into the ground. 6 more wins in a row followed for the 2-year-old, setting 3 race or track records along the way. This win and the Great Northern Champagne Stakes rounded out the season. The wins were perhaps more noteworthy because of Mainbrace's dislike for the enclosed gates at the time. In most races he started outside the gates, giving his rivals an advantage. Great things were expected from the 3-year-old season, but a miscalculation in Mainbrace's preparation eventually cost him a unique place in New Zealand racing history. He wasn't fully wound up for this sprint at Avondale, and the Unicorn lowered his colours for the second and last time. A week later, Mainbrace showed his true class at the same track, winning the Avondale Guineas.
But Mainbrace is hanging onto the lead from Zenith and the Unicorn. And Mainbrace goes on from Zenith, Miss Carnooey and the Unicorn. Mainbrace going on comfortably from Zenith, Miss Carnooey and the Unicorn.
The 3-year-old classics then fell to Mainbrace in order, as no other horse could match the speed of the chestnut Thunderbolt and his jockey. By the time Mainbrace swept to victory in the Foxbridge Plate and claimed yet more prizes that still stand testament to his dominance, his supporters knew this horse was on track for greatness. Next on the agenda was the Great Northern Derby at Ellerslie. It was another epic battle with the Unicorn just being edged out, this time after 12 furlongs. 3 weeks later, Mainbrace claimed the Trentham treble, the Wellington Stakes, the Gloaming Stakes and the Trentham Stakes. Even as he took the accolades, there must have been some already wondering if this was a horse capable of beating the record of 19 wins held by Desert Gold and Gloaming. The winning sequence stretched to 15 by the end of Mainbrace's 3-year-old season. The stakes earnings had also passed £21,000, an Australasian record at the time. A campaign across the Tasman was being prepared for the 4-year-old season. It started well with wins at Avondale and Trentham, but that was where the winning sequence ended at 17, too short of the record. Mainbrace became so cramped and awkward in his action after the Harcourt Stakes that he never raced again. The problem wasn't fully diagnosed until an autopsy after his death. It revealed a blocked hind leg artery, a condition that can be corrected these days. It was a short career, 2 years, 21 days, but still incredibly successful. Mainbrace contested 25 races for 23 wins, 1 second and a third. His stakes earnings were over £28,000. That success on the track brought a massive £55,000 offer from America not long before Mainbrace's forced retirement. A deal was signed, but sadly, Mainbrace failed the vet test. He went to stud in the Waikato, but after some early patronage, interest waned. Mainbrace's legacy will always be a brief but thrilling racing career. Just how much greater it could have been will always remain a fascinating topic for discussion.